Maybe you think it's occasional constipation.
Maybe it's not.
It could be a chronic medical condition called IBS-C and time to say yes to Linzess. Linzess works differently than laxatives. It helps relieve belly pain and lets you have more frequent and complete bowel movements. Do not give Linzess to children less than 6, and it should not be given to children 6 to less than 18. It may harm them. Do not take Linzess if you have a bowel blockage. Get immediate help if you develop unusual or severe stomach pain, especially with bloody or black stools. The most common side effect is diarrhea, sometimes severe. If it's severe, stop taking Linzess and call your doctor right away. Other side effects include gas, stomach area pain, and swelling. Change your thinking to IBS-C. If your constipation and belly pain keeps coming back, tell your doctor and say yes to Linzess.
We are truck injury lawyers. Hurt by a truck? Call Colombo Law.
Severe weather is possible this afternoon. We'll take a look at Central Ohio's only live Doppler radar. More than 50,000 unemployment claims were filed last week in our state. That's 50,000 people waiting for help or looking for jobs. We are talking about how you can get your questions answered today.
I'm just so thankful that she's still here.
Plus, we have one family story of hope and the community standing right there behind them. 10 TV News at noon starts now. Sunshine and blue skies right now, as you see on this Thursday afternoon. But boy, within the next few hours, strong storms could be moving through Central Ohio. Really glad to have you along with us for 10 TV News at noon today. I'm Tracy Townsend. We do want to get right to Dopplerton meteorologist Jeff Booth because changes are coming, huh?
Hey. Yeah, we do have some changes on the way, actually, Tracy. We're tracking some showers and some storms. We've had a couple of them so far, but it looks like as we head into the afternoon and really into the evening, we could have a line that could produce a few isolated storms that have gusty winds. Outside right now, you can see we're getting some moisture that's moving in. This is kind of what we're watching, this little band to watch out for into the afternoon and evening hours. Here's kind of what we're tracking right now live on our Doppler 10 radar. Remember, we're the only station in town with a live radar. Coshocton has some light showers, a little bit as well out towards Guernsey County and Cambridge. We're also tracking some rain right now from Lancaster down into Laurel. And another batch is on the way. It'll be moving on through the Columbus area in the next hour or so. That batch will be coming on through here. And right now, we actually have some breaks in the clouds. Not necessarily a good thing because as we warm up, that'll kind of destabilize the atmosphere. You can see up in Utica, we've got a couple of clouds out that way. And temperatures are very warm. It's 64 in Columbus right now, 70 in London, 70 in Piketon. And as we head through the afternoon, we're on our way up to 77 degrees with those showers and storms rolling through here at times. And it looks like we'll get some of those that could be strong in the mid to late afternoon. We're going to time out that part of the forecast hour by hour coming up, Tracy.
All right, Jeff, thank you. Let's turn now to COVID-19. We are taking a look at unemployment today, as we've learned that over 50,000 Ohioans filed for unemployment just last week. The Department of Job and Family Services reports that over 1 million claims have been filed in the last 8 weeks, which is more than the past 3 years combined. Although many people have reported delays in the system, the department says it's managed to process 90% of its claims so far and that they continue to improve.
We've received 7 million calls in the past 20 days alone, and we average about 350,000 calls per day. Our call center continues to evolve day over day, week over week, and we've deployed technology to help assist us in that capacity over time.
For pandemic unemployment assistance. More information about all of this for you at 10tv.com. And 10TV is bringing you a virtual job fair. Take note of this. We've teamed up with the Workforce Development Board of Central Ohio. Ohio Means Jobs, One Columbus, and the Columbus Chamber to bring you this virtual hiring event. You can upload your resume at omjcfc.org. We do know you have some financial questions right about now, and we are here to try to help you answer them. Tonight at 5:30, we're talking with Mark Seymour from Kemba Financial Credit Union. He can talk about loans and other opportunities you might have through your bank. Text us your questions in a video, if possible, and then send that to 460-3345. Remember to shoot that video horizontally. I've spoken with Mark before, so you should be able to get some really great answers from him. So join us tonight at 5:30. Every day, we report the confirmed numbers of COVID-19 cases and deaths here in Ohio. We know just showing these figures might not really help you understand what's really happening. So we're working to add context to it. Right now, we stand at just over 24,000 confirmed cases and more than 1,300 deaths. The numbers in perspective for you, well, take a look at this line graph. You can see the new number of cases each day marked by the dark line, and then the new number of deaths marked by the lighter line. We are seeing some variation, but just about 400 new cases each day and 50 new deaths by the day. Linda Ulan is one of those who tested positive for COVID-19. She's 71 years old and a grandmother of 4. Hospital staff put her on a ventilator and she was unconscious for 2 weeks. Her family says they were prepared for the worst.
It was hard as a family, you think, okay, you can go and visit your loved one, in their hospital and be there and, just even though she was sedated, be able to hold their hand. In this case, you can't.
In fact, Linda spent 19 days in intensive care. Her family says out of 4 patients in the ICU, Linda was the only survivor.
I'm just so thankful that she's still here. I'm grateful for God that he answers prayers.
Linda was finally welcomed home with a huge drive-by parade, complete with police sirens, as you hear there, and lots of folks there wishing her continued. They received a shipment of remdesivir earlier this week. Researchers found that the drug shortened the recovery time for COVID-19 patients by as much as 11 to 15 days. Now, you might be asking, what does this mean for our state? The Department of Health says it's received 20 cases of remdesivir, which is enough to treat 100 patients. We are told that people on ventilators will be first priority since they have the most severe cases of this novel coronavirus. The Department of Health says it will be administered through an IV. Some patients will receive a 5 or 10-day course of the medication, depending on the severity of their infection. Bobcats getting back on campus. Coming up, Ohio University's plans to reopen for fall semester.
My honey is back and I can embrace him and squeeze him and hold him and knowing that he's going to be all right.
Reunited, and it feels so good. Peaches and Herb got it right, huh? Another incredible welcome back coming up. See you then.
You're watching WBNS-10 TV, Central Ohio's news leader. With our economy sidelined by COVID-19, you've got questions. From what to do if you're rejected for unemployment, to legal rights if you don't feel safe at work. See a daily Q&A with experts as we're shining the light this week on 10 TV News at 5:30.
Call Logan AC and Heat Services now and save up to $1,500 on a qualifying train system, or choose 0% APR financing for 60 months. It's hard to stop a train. Free estimates. Call now. Logan Services.
Hi, I'm John. I'm a pharmacist for Discount Drug Mart, but that's not all I am. I'm a healthcare provider, good listener, and a problem solver. I've been a pharmacist for Drug Mart for over 30 years, and that's a long time to get to know your patients. And each week we hear as many concerns as there are patients. Just the other day, I special ordered a medication for Mrs. Briscoe, just to make sure she didn't miss a dose. I'm proud that our patients trust me with their pharmacy needs, and I promise that Discount Drug Mart will always be there for you.
Look, if you have roofing issues, don't make it complicated. Get a Newman roof. NewmanRoofingCompany.com. They've been A+ rated for a quarter century. Listen to what people just like you were saying.
100% honest. Completely. Way to go.
The workmanship was excellent. Step by step through the process. Nothing negative to say.
When it's your name on the side of the trucks, it just means more. Get that tarp off and get a Newman roof. 614-NEW-ROOF.
Can't take a shower, run water, or cook? One clogged drain can disrupt your whole household routine. My business partner, Mike Calhoun, and I want to make sure you know that Calhoun Plumbing is here to help you. Call us to see about our drain cleaning special.
Choose from hundreds of used cars and trucks at the Toyota Direct to Used Car Superstore. All makes, all models. 100 plus, under $15K. And now you can choose from a huge selection of quality used Toyota models. Drive a 2019 Camry or a 2020 Corolla SE. You choose only $15,995. Bad credit? No problem. We can help at ToyotaSaysYes.com. Toyota Direct Used Car Superstore, I-270 and Morris Road, or at ToyotaDirect.com.
Join RV wholesalers at their live virtual RV show on Thursday, May 28th from noon to 9. See virtual tours of all our units, RV how-tos, and service tips. Free giveaways throughout the day and unbelievable prices. Sign up today at virtualrvshow.com.
Call Logan AC and Heat Services now and save up to $1,500 on a qualifying train system, or choose 0% APR financing for 60 months. It's hard to stop a train. Free estimates. Call now. Logan Services.
Closed captioning on 10 TV is sponsored by the Original Mattress Factory.
New at noon, Columbus is getting an extra hand from the federal government in the form of a cool $157 million. Mayor Andrew Ginther says the money will be split into 3 parts. $80 million will be used for spending related to COVID-19, like testing, contact tracing, and PPE. $51 million will go to human services like shelters, food, and rental assistance. $26 million will be used for economic recovery, including small business assistance and teleworking. Ohio University is making plans to reopen campus for the fall 2020 semester. University officials are working on different ways to safely do that, to reopen campus under Governor DeWine's guidance. Multiple working groups will present their plans to the university's president by the end of June. A lot of you waiting for that information. We'll follow that for you. While Ohio is edging out of that stay-at-home order portion of the governor's guidelines piece by piece, Wisconsin's order has been completely overturned. Bars and restaurants already packed after the state Supreme Court struck down the governor's stay-at-home order. The governor there says it's likely he compares it to the Wild West. The state has no plan and no protections for residents.
Now we have no plan and we have no protections for the people of Wisconsin. This will cause us to have spikes across the state. There's no question about it.
That's Governor Tony Evers there in Wisconsin. Other people are arguing that it's up to each individual to weigh the risks for themselves.
If you don't feel comfortable going into a restaurant or into a church, then don't go.
I don't think that the risk presents any higher than me going to a grocery store.
That sentiment echoed by some here in Columbus who were protesting outside of the State House in Columbus yesterday. The COVID-19 pandemic turned one couple's life upside down when a husband and wife both got sick, one after the other.
The last time I seen him was when the ambulance was rolling him out.
The emotional reunion after 6 weeks apart for a couple together for 40 years. That's next. But first, how this festival designed to heal through music is adapting to help you cope during this stressful time.
And we are going to see a little sunshine at times out there today, and some of us have a UV index of an 8, which is very high. So, I mean, skin damage for some could occur in as little as 30 minutes. But the other thing that sun is doing, destabilizing the atmosphere. We do have a marginal risk for some stronger storms in central Ohio, a slight risk in the far north. We'll time out that part of the forecast so you can plan your day coming up.
10 TV's Digital Broadcast Center is sponsored by Lindsay Honda.
We are truck injury lawyers. Hurt by a truck? Call Colombo Law.
Hey, it's Aaron from Window Nation. The country's facing some unprecedented challenges, and we want to do our part to protect your number one investment, your home.
Many homeowners need new windows, and we need to keep our employees at Window Nation working.
In order to provide immediate relief for those homeowners that are in need of new windows, we'll defer your payments on your new windows for 2 full years.
Pay nothing and put no money down. Plus, we're temporarily reducing pricing up to 50% on all style windows.
Rebuilding our nation, one window at a time.
Every day, businesses find ways to face whatever challenge that day brings. Communities find new ways to come together, and families find more ways to stay connected. At First Commonwealth, we're ready to help you along the way, to help businesses take care of business, to help strengthen communities, and to help our neighbors look forward with confidence to whatever each day brings. We're ready, we care, and we're here to help.
Right now at Germain Ford, get 6 months of payment relief and finance rates as low as 0% for 84 months with touchless delivery at our place or yours. Plus, we're proud to offer $500 bonus cash for first responders and medical professionals. To lower or defer your payments, get started at GermainFord.com.
Imagine a home built the way you want. Premium locations, strong schools, the best quality at an amazing value, and personalized features that fit your needs. Build your future with Rockford Homes. Visit us at one of our model homes today or rockfordhomes.net.
1 in 5 children is living with a mental illness. During this challenging time, many more could be struggling in silence. On Our Sleeves, the movement to transform children's mental health is here to help. May is Mental Health Awareness Month. This month, for our kids, let's put gratitude on our sleeves, because a grateful mindset can significantly improve our mental health. On Our Sleeves has free educational tools and resources for families. Learn more at onoursleeves.org.
Are your teeth loose, missing, or in need of major help? Call Dr. John Runyon at Runyon Dental Group and let him help bring back your amazing smile.
The solution that we present is a full arch of teeth supported by 4 to 6 implants. That procedure is done all at once. We're able to complete that in one sitting and leave with a fixated mouth full of teeth.
Call the Runyon Dental Group today and see what advanced dental technology can do for you.
This is Angela Pace with the 10 TV Community Calendar. Military veterans and active duty personnel can celebrate Armed Forces Day by receiving free food. Log on for details.
Sponsored by the Social Security Disability Lawyers at Elk & Elk. Call 1-800-ELK-OHIO.
Rise each day with 10 this morning. Doppler 10 Weather Bug is sponsored by Universal Windows Direct.
After decades of neglect and underinvestment in mental health services, the COVID-19 pandemic is now hitting families and communities with additional mental stress.
UN Secretary General Antonio Guterres says the effects of COVID-19 aren't just physical. He believes the virus is causing psychological suffering, especially for healthcare workers and families who have lost jobs or a loved one. He released this video on Twitter today asking political leaders to increase funding for mental health services. You know, putting mental health and suicide awareness at the forefront with music is something that many people say is a good thing. It's the goal of the Wonderbus Festival, and the people behind it weren't about to let the pandemic stop them from spreading their message. The creators of this festival have teamed up with the Ohio State University Wexner Medical Center to create a podcast shining a light on voices of resilience.
I think the more we can step out with the courage to talk about some of these things that historically have been a little bit taboo, the better equipped we're going to be to kind of deploy some resources for coping.
You can find more information on the festival online. Click on this story at 10tv.com. Being separated from family can be very difficult, especially if someone is sick. Dwight and his wife, Ruth, are high school sweethearts. They've been married 40 years. Ruth spent a month in the hospital fighting COVID-19, and the day she arrived home, Dwight had to be hospitalized with the same virus. They were finally reunited after 6 weeks.
My honey is back, and I can embrace him and squeeze him and hold him, and knowing that he's going to be all right.
When I leave here and walk out that door, life is still changed. This thing is real. People are dying from this every day. So we need to just be thankful for the everyday things we take for granted.
Well, Dwight left the hospital surrounded by cheering doctors and nurses, other healthcare providers. He and Ruth are home together again, starting to fully recover. You just love when you see something like that happening there at the University of Kansas. All right, Jeff Booth here to tell us what's ahead for this day. We saw a little bit of sunshine, but I'm seeing some words on what you're going to say that that's not going to be long.
Yeah, we'll be in and out of the rain. It's not going to rain straight through the afternoon, I'd tell you that. But we are going to be dealing with that rain at times, and it looks like we'll have partly to mostly cloudy skies in between. Right now, we've got some showers out there across parts of the area. You can see some of those on our live Doppler 10 radar showing up in the far northeast, just passing through Coshocton, now on their way towards and out of Cambridge. Also, a little bit of rain just went through Lancaster. It's on its way towards Perry County, also moving into Logan, out towards Laurel as well. But this is what we're watching, another batch of rain. This right now about 55 miles away, at least the steadier rain, moving at about 35 to 40 miles an hour. So this is right around an hour and a half away. So should see this affecting us sometime between around 1:30 and 2 o'clock. Should start to get some of that steadier rain if this holds together. But that's not really what we're concerned about. I mean, that'll bring us some nuisance rain. This right here is what we're really watching. We've got this front that's moving in and this moisture moving along our front. And as a result, we are going to see the threat for some showers and storms later on today. It looks like it'll really start to pick up as we head through the late afternoon and into the early evening. And while the hail and the tornado risk are very low, actually, if we have anything on that front right now, it looks like in far northwestern Ohio. Here, we will have the threat for some damaging wind gusts. Fairly low risk here in central Ohio, but a little bit elevated as you move into the far northern counties. Wyandotte, Crawford, and Richland counties will have to watch out for a few of those gusty winds a little more so. And if you're thinking, wow, it's been pretty wet this year, it has. We've had over 20 inches of precipitation. We're running at a near 7-inch surplus, but we are at a little bit of a deficit so far this month. By the end of the weekend, though, we're really going to knock into that deficit. Outside, you can see it looks like it's kind of cloudy out there, just kind of mostly cloudy skies, 64 degrees. It's mild, and we have temperatures elsewhere in the mid-60s and around 70 in London and in Holland out there, and Grass Pollen, that's on the mid-levels as well. So we've got this moisture kind of traveling along a front. We've got off and on rain through the day. We will be tracking the threat for some more showers and storms at times on Friday, especially through the afternoon hours. And Saturday looks like that rain kind of settles to the south. We can't rule out a few showers here and out towards the river for that rain. But hour by hour today, some showers, some storms come through. They pick up as we head through the evening. Notice a little bit worse as you move into the north. We had a high of 77 degrees, so it will be a mild day. We are looking at temperatures that will only drop down into the low and the mids. We start approaching, we'll hit a high of 70. Story tomorrow, and the big thing is we are dealing with the threat for rain, though, at times, and some downpours. That's kind of the pattern we're in over the next couple of days. In and out of the rain. Looks like Saturday has a little less chance for rain unless you move on down south of the city. 79 on Sunday. That's where it looks like we really start to pick up some scattered showers and storms. We start to dry out a little next week. We're back into the 80s, so warmer than average for a while. And I am watching what could affect a change in that forecast. Could see a little rainier pattern set up. We just have to see how things shape up in the tropics, but we'll have more on that in the coming days, Tracy.
All right. Thank you, Jeff. Sponsored by a popular children's network and Green Goo.
That is so awesome!
Who says science can't be fun? Why astronauts are slinging slime in space. We have that next. Stay with us as we journey toward a cancer-free world with the James, coming up on 10 TV.
While we're all still keeping our distance, we at Renewal by Andersen want you to know we are here for you with the best products and services available. Your safety and security have always been and will continue to be replacement. Call us today for a limited contact appointment and get a free Smart Sun upgrade, 50% off installation.
To know they need to stay current with their screenings. Dr. David Cohn explains.
Cancer screenings were put on hold because we recognized that we really wanted to control the environment within our hospitals and clinics to minimize the chance of infection with COVID-19, to begin scheduling or rescheduling their screening appointments. These include screening for breast cancer, for colon cancer, for cervical cancer, as well as for prostate and lung cancer.
Who should undergo screenings?
Patients that don't have any signs or symptoms of cancer, and that's kind of the general public.
How are you keeping patients safe?
We're physically distancing our patients during any evaluation within our hospitals or clinics. All of our staff are being masked, and all of our patients are also being masked as well.
For more information on COVID-19 and cancer, visit cancer.osu.edu/coronavirus.
A funeral today is often a celebration of a life. Does your family know how you want to be remembered? I'm Mike Schettinger, and I would like you to consider the importance of funeral pre-planning. At Schettinger, when you prepay your funeral, your money has triple protection, and we guarantee today's service prices so your family won't be impacted by inflation years later. Schettinger Funeral and Cremation Service invites you to contact any of our 15 locations or visit Schettinger.com to learn how to create peace of mind for your family.
You ask, we answer at Fire and Ice.
Looking to replace or need service on your air conditioner, but have coronavirus concerns? We have those concerns also. We've instituted no-contact service calls. Want to know how much a new AC is? Visit our website at indoortemp.com to find out. We have up to $1,200 in incentives or 0% interest, plus 72-month financing available. Visit us at indoortemp.com and all of your indoor air quality needs today.
We are truck injury lawyers. Hurt by a truck? Call Colombo Law.
We continue to honor our Central Ohio's heroes. This is a mission of ours. Today's hero of the day is Letty Swires. She's the lead laboratory COVID-19 test results to the doctors and nurses. So thank you for the work you're doing. Letty, if you'd like to nominate someone, just text the word hero to 614-460-3345. From there, you'll be able to send us a picture and tell us all about the person you're nominating and why you think they are a hero. Astronauts on board the International Space Station put the fun in fun science using a little bit of green goo.
3, 2, 1, blast off!
No!
Very fun. That's right. That's Nickelodeon's infamous green slime in space. The astronauts did a couple of experiments with it to find out more about how liquids act in zero gravity, but mostly it looks like fun. Now, for those of you who'd like to head into outer space yourself, here's how. SpaceX has released a simulator for free online where you can try to dock with the International Space Station. Now, the real capsule itself docks automatically, but if you're feeling up to the challenge, you can take the wheel online. And I have a feeling that's right up your alley, Jeff Booth.
Oh, definitely. I'll tell you what, I would actually love to be able just to go into space. If I could ever do that, I would do it in a heartbeat. And if they're watching, I would be the journalist, if you will, that goes up and tells the story. I'd love to go do that. I don't know if my wife would be fond on that, but 77 degrees, that is your high today. We are going to be much warmer. We do have some storms at times. It looks like we'll get another batch in the next couple of hours and then another batch later on in the late afternoon, early evening. And that batch could have some strong winds, especially up in the far northern portion of the area. So we'll watch out for that. And here's the forecast the next couple of days. It looks kind of dire. We've got the chance for rain each day. It's not going to rain all day long, though, each of these days. We're just in and out of the rain. A lot warmer, too. Those highs in the mid to upper 70s. We're going to flirt with 80.
At Coghlan Hyundai, we're here, we're open, and we're ready to help. Lease a new 2020 Hyundai Elantra only $99 a month, or a new 2020 Sonata only $155 a month. Shop your way, in person or at home, at CoghlanHyundai.com.
Like it or not, we'll be spending a lot more time in our homes this summer, and nothing is worse than trying to stay cool in a hot house, followed by a big utility bill. Now is a good time to insulate your home with premium foam and protect yourself from the long, hot summer. The feds are giving $500 energy credit. We're going to go ahead and match it with an additional $500 on whole house insulation. Plus, we're making it easy to pay for with our $99 a month interest-free loan. Our inventory is priced to move, so give us a call.
USA Insulation.
I hope you've enjoyed all these smile breaks from Colombo Law. We have too. So how about another one? You're welcome.
I told you we would be back, and it would be big, maybe our biggest event ever. So here it is.
Now that the chaos is over, we're celebrating the grand reopening of all Big Sandy Superstore locations with 22 incredible hours. Get no money down, no minimum purchase, 7 years special financing. Finance $1,000 for $17 a month. Up to $1,500 in free furniture and mattresses. Doorbusters like this Ashley sofa for $3.99 with a free love seat. It all starts Friday at Big Sandy Superstore.
This is my body. Moderate to severe rheumatoid arthritis. Proof I can fight psoriatic arthritis.
With Humira.
Proof of less joint pain.
And clearer skin in PSA.
Humira targets and blocks a source of inflammation that contributes to joint pain and irreversible damage.
Humira can lower your ability to fight infections. Serious and sometimes fatal infections, including tuberculosis and cancers, including lymphoma, have happened, as have blood, liver, and nervous system problems, serious allergic reactions, and new or worsening heart failure. Tell your doctor if you've been to areas where certain fungal infections are common, and if you've had TB, hepatitis B, are prone to infections, or have flu-like symptoms or sores. Don't start Humira if you have an infection.
Humira is proven to help stop further joint damage.
Want more proof? Ask your rheumatologist about Humira citrate-free.
If you can't afford your medicine, AbbVie may be able to help.
At Coughlin Hyundai, we're here, we're open, and we're ready to help. Lease a new 2020 Hyundai Tucson, only $149 a month. Or a new 2020 Santa Fe, only $179 a month. Shop your way, in person or at home, at CoughlinHyundai.com.
10 TV traffic reports, sponsored by your Central Ohio Honda dealers.
Facts, truth, and understanding of coronavirus anytime on the CBS News app.